Dear participants, dear friends of the Delphi Economic Forum, we welcome you all and each one of you to this important online conference that we organize for a second consecutive year. This conference is co-hosted by the Hellenic American Leadership Council, and I would like to thank Andy Zemenidis for his invaluable contribution. Sincere thanks also goes to the Greek Ministry of Foreign Affairs and personally to Minister Nikos Dendias for his earnest support. The first conference was held in Washington, D.C. in November 2019. We do hope and trust that the next one will take place in the capital city of the United States in physical presence in November 2021, a year which is so special for Greece as we commemorate the bicentennial of our independence. There's been a lot of water under the bridge since November 2019 on the geopolitical developments, particularly in East Mediterranean. The landscape has changed dramatically, and tensions have reached in certain moments their all-time high. Over the last decades, Greece has been reliant for economic support from the European Union and will do so in the decades to come, being, thank God, not only a member of the European Union, but also a member of the inner strong circle of Eurozone. However, since the end of the Second World War, Greece was always relying upon geopolitical support from the United States, not only because of the strong family ties we maintained for 120 years, thanks to the important Greek-American diaspora, which lives and flourishes in the United States, but also, and more importantly, I think, because both countries, since their independence, share the same values of freedom and democracy. It is exactly for these principles that both countries have stood side by side in all critical moments of the world history since early the 20th century. The bond of friendship and strategic alliance between Greece and the United States has been forged on times of war and peace. We have saluted the recent signing of the Strategic Operation Agreement, which brings the two countries even closer and which will enhance the relationship further in the years to come. There is also strong optimism that this relationship may reach new heights in view of the new administration in Washington. In view of all of this, the Delphi Economic Forum has taken the initiative to organize this annual event every November in Washington, D.C., aiming to create a platform of dialogue and communication among leaders and policymakers from both sides of the Atlantic to discuss strategies and a call to action for strengthening even further the ties between the United States, Southeast Europe, and the Eastern Mediterranean. We have had an excellent event last year in Washington, and we trust that this online event will be equally successful, as most of the key players are present and will address this virtual webinar. We thank them all sincerely for their participation, and we make a wish that we all meet again next year in Washington, D.C. A last word to pay tribute, among so many tributes in Greece and the United States, to a great American of Greek descent, Paul Sarbanes, who has passed away a few days ago. Greeks and Greek Americans were fiercely proud of Paul's achievements, and it was he, above many others, who advocated so effectively and genuinely for a number of decades in Washington and elsewhere the need for a strong bond of relationship and friendship between the United States and Greece. Our deep condolences to Congressman John Sarbanes and his family. Again, we thank you all for attending this conference. I now turn to Tom Ellis, the Editor-in-Chief of Kathimerini, English edition, who will chair the opening session. Thank you all.